morning.
Good
Mr.
morning.
Brennan?
Morning.
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 Good
Mr.
morning.
Brennan?
He didn't hear you.
Mr.
Brennan?
Brennan?
How about present?
Mr. Rickerman?
Here.
Mr. McDowell?
Yes.
Mr. Duval?
Present.
Mr. Vine?
Here.
Mr. Davis?
Here.
Mayor Benjamin?
Present.
Thank you.
Rev, would you bless us with a word?
Oh, Lord, for this day and for the experience and the proclamation of Easter in our lives, we ask that you might continue to revive and move us forward to a new beginning as the resurrection story forecasts and as it takes place every day.
Yes, sir. Good morning. At this time, Mayor Benjamin, we would ask that you all adopt the agenda, please.
So moved. Is there a second? All right,
Second.
Second.
All right. Move the previous question, clerk call a roll.
Mr. Brennan?
Yes.
Mr. Rickerman?
Aye.
Mr. McDowell?
Yes.
Mr. Duval?
Aye.
Mr. Vine?
Aye.
Mr. Davis?
Aye.
Mayor Benjamin?
Aye. Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome.
Mayor Benjamin and Council, thank you for meeting this morning as we have a few event resolutions for your approval.
All right. We're gonna go ahead and take them all. We're gonna take them all as one, City Manager.
Yes, sir. I'm happy to read each of them into the record if you like, or.
Please, at least the top line information.
Sure. The first is resolution number R 2021-024, authorizing consumption of beer and wine only within Boyd Plaza adjacent to the Columbia Museum of Art for Trivia Night. And the second is a resolution R 2021-025, authorizing consumption of beer and wine only at the Dinner on Main. Resolution number R 2021-027, authorizing consumption of beer and wine only within Boyd Plaza adjacent to the Columbia Museum of Art for Live on Boyd Plaza. And that one has a contingency date as well. And the final resolution is R 2021-038, authorizing consumption of beer and wine only within Boyd Plaza adjacent to the Columbia Museum of Art for Baker and Baker Presents composer George Fettner. And that one also has a rain contingency date.
Super. Thank you. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Is there a
Second.
second?
Second.
Moving second, discussion period.
Mayor,
Ms. Devine?
I just wanted to say for the record, I am okay with all of these resolutions. I know that since we approved the last ones, I've gotten a few calls from folks kind of feeling like now is the time to start planning events. I just want to make sure that people know that we are approving events, but we are looking at them all individually, very diligently, making sure that safety precautions are put into place for those who are in attendance, as well as those who are working these events. And so I would just caution all event planners and everyone else as they move forward to understand that, we're not out of the woods yet, and we've got to continue to be diligent in providing PPE as well as safety precautions at any event. And that if an event comes to us, just because we've approved some events doesn't mean we'll approve all if those things are not in place.
Thank you so much, Ms. Devine. That summarized the sense of the body quite well. Any other comments? I will say, did someone say something? I'm sorry. Madam City Manager, please thank Harry for the constant updates and encourage to see the data showing a continued deceleration. That's not by chance. That's because of the hard work of everyone in the city, including our city staff and a whole lot of you individually as well. Mr. Davis and Mr. McDowell.
I also want to give Harry credit for the job well done. I really looked at these numbers yesterday comparatively to national numbers, so forth and so on. And so it does reflect the tone that you're referring So, but I also think that I don't think that we're at a point where we need to approve the resolutions as stated. You know, the numbers are very concerned to me, and you know, whether it's the floodgates if we do it, or whether it's just people still being cautious about gatherings. I don't think that we're at the point where we could approve these resolutions. I've gone through them. I've thought about it, and I'm not there yet. I don't think we're there yet as a city. And if we were to do this, then it's time to do away with the mask requirements and so forth.
Thank you, Mr. Davis.
Okay.
Thank you, Ms. McDowell.
Yeah, I simply just want to say that we're on a slippery slope, and we could easily fall back into the numbers that are relatively calm now, but the variants are there, and I can't, in good faith, say yes to all the events.
Thank you, Ms. McDowell. Any other comments? And I appreciate again the fact that everyone's not just voting, but thinking,
Right.
debating, being very deliberate, and sharing your thoughts. You know, for me, it's always been very difficult to find that balance. The data is the data, and I'm encouraged by the progression of the data, but you're right. The variants are popping up all across the country, so we have to be very intentional and very deliberate to continue the measures that we have in place. While at the very same time, as we save lives, we also have to save livelihoods. So I think it's very important that we try to strike that balance. And there's no formula. And I think good judgment, investing in smart procedures and public health, it's going to get us there. So, but I appreciate the work that all of you are doing as policymakers, and the work our staff and our community leaders are really stepping up. So if there's no more comment, then I'm going to call the previous question. Clerk, call roll.
Mr. Brennan,
Yes.
Mr. Ricketson,
Aye.
Mr. McDowell,
No,
Mr. Duval,
Aye.
Ms. Devine,
Aye.
Mr. Davis,
No.
Mayor Benjamin.
Aye.
Thank
And again, thank you all. Not only what we do is important, but I think the way we do it is that much more important. And I appreciate the professionalism and collegiality and the just a thoughtful way we do it. So y'all keep up the great work. We still got a tough road to hoe, as Ms. McDowell referenced. We got a ways to go, and we're gonna do it. So y'all be encouraged. We're gonna take every step together. Thank you, Daniel, Sam, Howard, Ed, Tamika, and Teresa. You and Erica. Thank y'all. You still have not beaten Jeff Palin's record for the shortest meeting ever, but you're gonna get there. You're gonna get there. You're on mute, so but I think Jeff might have pressed the mute button, but it's okay. So we'll get
I try so hard.
I know.
And yet can't do it all.
So, but thank you all for the work you do. This has been a long journey, y'all. a long journey. We're not off of it yet, but compared to most, I think we've handled it a whole lot better. And as a result, I'm convinced we've saved lives. All right. Is there a non-debatable motion to adjourn?
We're adjourned.
So moved.
Any discussion? With the previous question, Clerk Colorado.
Mr. Brennan,
Yes.
Mr. Rickman,
Aye.
Mr. McDowell,
yes.
Mr. Duval,
Aye.
Devine,
Aye.
Mr. Davis,
Aye.
Ms. Benjamin.
Aye.